Hello, everybody. Welcome to Highland, a Beavis and Butthead rewatch podcast. My name is Chris Paw.
And I'm Drew Mulkins. What up, humans?
This week we're here to talk about $1 Million Reward, the new one of the newer shorts. Came out here just the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe people didn't hear about it. You know, that's a weird time to premiere an episode, especially when you've taken up this weird South Park schedule.
Yeah, they've been, it's been a weird release, like, they keep skipping weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I think that they've lined it up with South Park's schedule, which is good because they want a strong lead-in to Beavis and Butthead, and if they want that, they believe in the show, and a fourth season will come.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, because, I mean, South Park is, like, the hottest show right now. It's huge.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about South Park.
Yeah, they're also on a weird schedule.
We're talking about some Beavis and Bustamante.
Yes. Yeah, this first and then the second one we'll be talking about is Get Well Soon. This week's another old young split on the
old
thing.
first.
And a real quick slight spoiler for next week because they do have the finale descriptions up. So skip ahead like a minute or two if you don't want to know yet. But the first one is called Old Holio.
Yeah.
And it hasn't occurred to me this entire time that that I want to see old Beavis have a cornholio freak out.
There's no reason he would stop doing that.
Yeah, well the description says it's because of his meds.
Yeah.
Old man meds.
Oh. That's going to be a fun episode.
Yeah, and the other one is a smart Beavis and Butthead episode. So
yeah, I'm glad. Those episodes are weird, but I'm glad that he's holding on to those characters, and that gives us more of kind of that leaves the door to the multiverse and like really weird stuff to happen. Open.
I think it reaffirms,
and it doesn't need to be that show. It doesn't need to feel like a Spider-Man show or whatever, but. You know,
but it doesn't.
Some weird stories from time to time could be fun.
Yeah, it wouldn't have to even talk about the multiverse to just have some one-off episodes of like purple Beavis and Butthead from, whatever other universe. I think just having the movie and we all know what it is.
The mushroom Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, just do a whole episode there and don't even mention that it's a multiverse thing.
Just put the whatever it is, the purple ones or the mushroom ones or whatever. Just put those in the painting at the beginning, and that's all you need to do. Just put their head there.
Yeah. Maybe there's a universe where Beavis hangs out with somebody else all the time.
Yeah.
There's,
that's
Stuart.
all the setup you need anymore.
Yeah.
Just introduce what characters are going to be in the episode and go.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll get into more of the multiverse talk with next week's episode.
Oh yeah,
though.
Definitely. I mean, that's kind of smart Beavis and Butthead's whole thing.
Yeah. So this first one, $1 Million Award. Starts out there at the post office weighing Beavis's brain.
Yeah.
Which is just laying his head on it on a scale.
10 pounds, which I think is a little heavier than the average.
Did you know the human head weighs 8.5 pounds?
Yeah, but they do, like, they have bigger heads than everyone else.
Yeah, that's true. The everyone else in these and the background characters and everything have normal proportions.
Yeah. Their heads are like way bigger.
Yeah.
and that's way more of a like Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead thing. Whereas everybody was a little more monstrous kind of in the early days.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think with the way the animation style is done now, it feels like it's a more pronounced difference.
I feel like in the original run they did like Daria looked somewhat normal.
Yeah,
like, most of them looked normal.
That's true.
There were people definitely in Highland that are not normal though.
Yeah,
like Buzzcut is
yeah,
not a
that's
normal
true.
guy. He'll be coming up eventually.
But it's like everyone else has a more like uniform style to their face with the way the animation style is now.
Yeah.
Especially compared to like the very early like hand drawn episodes.
Their heads would be more smushed down sometimes, and then more elongated in some episodes.
But now everything's digital. It's
pretty
totally different thing. But yeah, it's a more marked difference, I think, now.
I mean, I think animation in general is just, since 92 is...
Yeah, so anyway, they're at the post office.
Yeah, they're weighing their heads. They see a poster, a wanted poster, for a guy that says $10,000 reward.
Yep.
But they read it as a $1 million reward and get the idea to turn themselves in for a crime.
Yep.
So they head over to the police station, and because Beavis and Butthead are two white guys, the cops aren't that interested in what crimes they're trying to report.
And when I read the description, I was kind of like excited for this scene because I thought we were going to get like information on a bunch of actual crimes that they've committed, like really crappy, like Beavis and Butthead style crimes. But no. Yeah, of course, first of all, it's Butthead is turning in Beavis. That is always the power dynamic. If someone's going to take the fall, it's going to be Beavis.
Yeah, so they don't even think of a crime to start with. They go up to the one window to the cop, and they're like, Beavis committed a crime. Where's my reward?
Yeah.
Basically, and he's like, what crime did he commit? I guess the problem I'm having with this episode is how nonchalant the police are, because they can't, in real life, they would not even ask. They would start arresting him.
Yeah.
They love arresting, so I don't know what their problem is here. But they're like, what crime did he do? And he's like, they go off in a huddle and come back and tell him he spanked his monkey.
Yep.
Which he finds out is not illegal.
Yeah.
Which comes back later because he says it's not as fun since it's...
Yeah, Beavis, I guess, always thought that spanking his monkey was illegal, and that led to part of the enjoyment for him.
Yeah, that's what he liked about it.
Then they went back, and I don't remember what they said the second time.
Stole a house.
Oh, yeah. They were going to go...
Yeah,
stole a house.
I wrote down the 3 because it's the rule of 3, right?
Yeah.
Spanked his monkey, stole a house, and stabbed a tree. Those are the
that's
3
right. He did
crimes they try to confess to.
He probably did that, I would think.
Yeah, and the worst cop ever is like, just get out of here.
Yeah. He's reading a magazine in 2025, okay? He doesn't have time to listen.
Yeah, I guess Highland is very like lazy Mayberry.
Yeah. At least this guy is.
Yeah, so another cop comes out and he's like, well, ask them about if they know anything about the graffiti over on their end of town.
Yep.
And so they confess to that, and they have a whole trial.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. The lawyer is this was another thing we talked about during the episode, is that Beavis, so the lawyer goes, I'll do anything I can to get you off.
Yeah.
And Beavis is just kind of like, well, all right.
Yeah.
I would prefer a chick, but okay, if you're offered. So
yeah.
I think Beavis is down
to clown.
Yeah, I think he's pretty open dude.
Yeah, he's pretty open minded. As you know, he wants inexperience to happen.
He's in the LG Beavis T community.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this goes back to the him trying to get benefits from his Amazon HR department or whatever.
So yeah, they have the whole trial. The trial's funny. I guess I would like to see a whole episode of them on trial for something.
Yeah.
And like where the trial is like the trial of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, we got young Beavis and Butthead talking about going on trial during a music video a couple weeks ago. And that was cool. I feel like this is another thing where like it's so much more of a bummer to see teenagers in some of these situations than to see old people that know better in these situations. So like it's way funnier to see middle-aged Beavis and Butthead at trial than it would be to see teenagers.
If it's teenage Beavis and Butthead, you're sitting there like, oh wow, the court, like they're getting railroaded here. This is a kangaroo court. So they go through the whole trial and prove that they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then at the last minute, the prosecution actually has a picture of them doing it.
Yeah.
So they did the graffiti.
They did a piece of graffiti that is a picture of a butt, and then it has the word butt with one T.
Yeah.
With an arrow pointed up.
Yeah, just in case you don't know that it's like, a butt.
They only did that part. But I think that the course of the case is important because this is like, I think this is the first time that Beavis and Butthead have misunderstood what was going on. And somebody, because their lawyer in this case is maybe the first person who's ever like needed to understand their misunderstanding of what's going on. Oh,
yeah.
So he actually figures out what they thought was happening from their perspective. I don't think that's ever been done before.
In Do the Universe, she kind of does at the end because she's like, oh my, you think you're going to have sex with me?
Actually, that same scene happens in both movies where they're both like, oh, like the female pseudo-antagonist in both movies is like, oh, I understand that. But yeah, this lawyer's like, oh, you confessed to a crime you didn't commit because you thought that anytime someone turns in someone for a crime, they get $1 million. Yeah. Is that correct? And he's like, yeah. Am I not getting $1 million?
Yeah, they're still not clear on it. Even after it's been explained in a court of law.
Yeah.
Which to me means they should run for office in our universe.
So yeah, I really liked that part of it for sure.
Yeah, I like that, and it's funny too because that lawyer figured it out, but then it turns out they actually did the crime.
Yeah.
So I wonder from his perspective if he's like, man, these guys really fooled me into thinking they were innocent. Or if he realizes that they just completely forgot doing the graffiti because they were drunk.
I think that they only did a very small portion, but since they were on trial for like a bigger thing that they contributed to, they kind of went down for all of it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, we know they did that one. That doesn't mean that they didn't do the rest of them.
That's true.
They could have done that all over town.
Beavis did say he was drunk for all of 2024. So.
Which I don't think there was a season in 2024. So I think that was that joke was meant to be like Beavis was just drunk the whole time.
That's true. I was like totally convinced at one point that the show had been canceled. It had been so long since there had been a new season.
Yeah, I think that was a joke about it taking so long for this season to come out.
Well, I saw somebody put a YouTube out or a YouTube video like 6 weeks before the new season came out that was like the rise and fall of Beavis and Butthead. Now that it's been canceled, and it's like, oh, maybe it was like a rage bait thing.
Yeah,
but somebody put out like a YouTube video.
I've seen a handful of videos that are like alluding to the idea that the show's not as popular as it once was, and like what happened to Beavis and Butthead, or like the failure of the rise and fall, and it's like, what do you want? These characters have been around since '92, and they're still.
The show's hilarious. I don't know what the ratings are. I know clearly Comedy Central's doing their best to get as many eyeballs onto this thing as they can. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about it. But
I think the thing is, Comedy Central is not a great home for it. I think it's good that it's on Paramount and stuff like that, but all of those companies are circling the drain. So
yeah, I don't see a lot of general people talking about it, but the people in the Beavis and Butthead Facebook groups that I'm in, they know all the references to all the new episodes.
Yeah.
So, like, the people our age are watching it. I think it could also be appealing to, like, people in their 20s and maybe even teens now.
Yeah, because
I don't know. Yeah,
because it's all available. I mean, you can.
Yeah,
it's under bingeable series on.
Is that still like is
Philo.
Beavis and Butthead a boomer show now? Is that the way it's seen?
So. I mean, if anything, it's a Gen Xer show, but I don't think so. I think like The Simpsons or anything else, it's whoever watches those shows is probably the same target audience. True. Although I think some people might argue it's not as smart as some of the humor in those shows, but then it
does have kind of its own distinct audience. Yeah. But it is also a lot of adult animation fans are fans of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. It doesn't do any political or like timely humor that's like, it's
not
all
really.
Very evergreen for the most part.
Yeah.
Other than a lot of the new episodes that are like Escape Room or Bed and Breakfast, where it's like putting them in these modern situations they wouldn't have had in the 90s.
Yeah, and we'll see how long those references hold up.
Yeah, I mean
Escape Rooms might be here to stay.
I think it's
Airbnb is on shaky ground anytime I hear about it. It seems in the news, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just mean as far as like timestamps on some of the episodes and stuff. There's ones that are very much of the time. Yeah. But I think they're still pretty evergreen, just as in they're culturally relevant.
Yeah.
For like whatever time, like anything.
Yeah, you would never get a Beavis and Butthead season that looks anything like the current season of South Park. That just isn't in the wheelhouse of the show,
Yeah, they don't do that kind of.
It's not that show at all.
Direct political. If they do anything political, it's very subtle. It's just
and serialized Beavis and Butthead. I mean, I'm sure Mike Judge could pull it off, but is that really like? I don't feel like that's where those characters shine. I don't feel like.
Yeah, I think
if they had an overarching storyline across 12 episodes, they would have to be like. It would have to be so inconsistent as to like they're dumb now, they're smart now, they're dumb now.
Yeah, I think. We were talking about earlier. It's more Looney Tunes than some other shows.
We get
like Simpsons has like a very very loose over like continuity.
Yeah, we get
where they acknowledge past adventures and stuff like that.
We get some of the craziest Looney Tunes continuity coming up in the next short. But anyway, let's. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Then they get locked up in prison, which I was wondering, like, are they not going to... We already know that they are going to come back to middle-aged Beavis and Butthead next week.
Yeah.
Unless...
They're still in prison.
Unless it's we've got smart Beavis and Butthead, so it could be even older Beavis and Butthead. I doubt that, but that would be crazy.
Yeah.
But like, wouldn't it be? It would be kind of crazy if they if they just ended the season like they're in prison now. But it
almost feels like it could be. I mean, doing old Holio and smart Beavis and Butthead to like it could almost be a bookend. Like it could be a series finale.
It could be. I really think that the show's going to get picked up for another season, but
yeah, I think there will be more as long as Mike Judge is alive. And King of the Hill are going to be on forever.
This was brilliant. I don't know how TV critics were looking at it. I haven't looked into any of that kind of stuff, but I feel like it's really well made right now. It's really well written, and it's hilarious. And there was a music video. I think we might as well get to that.
Yeah, I'm going to get to the music video part of this. It's a rapper or musician artist called Za, SZA, and the video is called Kill Bill. And it's like it's like a rap video that's kind of they're just doing scenes from Kill Bill with their own narrative in there, sort of. It's like that kind of music video. Who knows? I didn't get to hear any of the song. The song may not even be about killing Bill. Like, you know how music videos are like that. But what it does is it gets the boys, the men in this case, it gets old Beavis and Butthead talking about becoming hitmen. And, which is a pretty funny bit. I especially thought the joke was funny when Beavis realizes how does he get into it? He's like, if your grandma dies and you don't want to work that weekend, you could, and they decide to check, you could just like go kill her. And Beavis is like, wait, that's messed up. They want you to work on the weekends. Hitmen have to work on the weekends. That's terrible.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. That he objects to that part of it.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot in this one other than a couple of the Hitman jokes are pretty funny, but there wasn't anything that jumped out for me.
Yeah, mine just says Hitman discussion. That was all the notes that I took. So
yeah.
I thought it would stick in my mind better than it did.
They do talk about working at Burger World in this bit. So this is old Beavis and Butthead. It's like unclear if they're just remembering working at Burger World or if this is the same.
Yeah.
If old Beavis and Butthead from last week that lives at Burger World.
Yeah. He says something about like giving somebody like a double burger with macho fries in hopes that they'll like have a heart attack, and that's how he would assassinate someone.
Yeah. So it is. He is talking about doing it currently.
Yeah. So. Well, we even said last week, like, what they did last week doesn't get Beavis and Butthead fired. Nothing gets if they need to continue working at Burger World, they do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They never get fired from Burger World. That's just, whether they're young or old or anything, they keep that job.
Yeah. All right. What do you got for a rating on $1 million reward?
This was solid. I really liked the story. I kind of like the deconstruction of them not understanding what's going on and having a lawyer who's like has to analyze the situation because nobody ever really steps back and looks at like the situation happening in an episode of Beavis and Butthead objectively.
But it does let you have the impression that of all their adventures, there may be some smart public defender that's always like, look, Your Honor, these guys are just really dumb.
That's true.
This is what they think. All those the times they go to court that we haven't seen.
They've probably gotten off a lot on like,
just being too stupid to punish.
But yeah, I'll go 4 stars. I think this is really solid.
I'm gonna go 3.5, and the half is only because I wanted more out of the court.
Yeah, I could see
the
that.
idea of them on trial, I got really excited for, and then it didn't do it as much as I would have liked.
Yeah, I really like the direction they went with that, though.
It was still really great. I thought it was funny that the lawyer had the same balding pattern as Beavis.
Yeah,
The sort of bald
Butthead.
horse, or his butt head.
Yeah,
That kind of.
and they both had like a comb over,
Yeah.
but his was better than Butthead.
The horseshoe balding.
Yeah.
3.5 on this one for me. I'm always. It's hard to give. I don't know. If I think about where I've ranked other ones compared to this, should probably be higher. Because you made a good point with what it does in this is gives you that idea that this is how they get out of things all the time.
It does, yeah.
So that's that helps is just understanding their world.
Yeah.
And
it's cool to see someone doing that after there's so many people that just don't, they kind of half listen to what Beavis and Butthead are saying and don't understand how they're understanding things. To have someone step back and be like, oh, yeah, he thought this is how crime works.
It's also how many people do you know? I'll just speak for myself. I've known so many people that you just walk away. You just stop dealing with them when you realize how dumb they are. But at the end of the line, somebody at some point has to deal with those people. And in this case, it was it's a balding public defender.
Yeah. He was cool. I'd be open to seeing him in a later episode.
Yeah, it's just their regular advocate.
Yeah.
I would imagine old Beavis and Butthead have a case. Well, I imagine they've had caseworkers their entire lives.
Yeah. Although they really blew this case for him, so maybe he's mad at them. I don't know.
Okay, so the next episode is called Get Well Soon, and it's aired the same day as part of the same overall episode. I guess I should say the next short is called Get Well Soon.
Yeah, there was no middle segment this week. I think both episodes are more complicated stories, so I think they're both just, 2 minutes longer.
Yeah.
And there was no room for a middle segment.
So this one starts out with them in the hallway at high school, and there's a bunch of girls signing Cody's cast.
Yeah.
Because his arm is broken. I'm going to assume it is somehow their fault in an episode that we didn't see here.
Yeah.
Sometime after Beavis blew his ear off at Cody's house, they did something that caused him to have a broken arm.
Yeah, and so all these, and I think it was even implied to be cheerleaders. A bunch of girls were kind of fawning over Cody, who is the next least popular person in the school after Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, he's kind of he's a nerd. He's the modern Stewart, sort of.
Yeah, he's more of a loner, because that's what he likes. He likes just doing stuff by himself.
Yeah, we talked about it before. He's not as much of a loser as Stewart.
No, and he doesn't really like Beavis and Butthead. He's just kind of begrudgingly paired with them.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody else there.
Yeah. But so they see that and take that to mean that the girls are now all of a sudden interested in Cody because he has the broken arm.
Yeah.
And that if Butthead's arm were broken, then they could score.
And I like that they went with Cody because it seems like they go with football players doing this sort of example stuff at the beginning of episodes a lot of the oh, that guy got laid this way. And it seems like they often pick popular kids and that doesn't translate as well as it happening to somebody else who was also.
Oh yeah, because Beavis
popular.
literally says, "Oh, they like him now, and he sucks."
Yeah, like I want to say the Sad Boys episode, where like the one guy's like depressed and there's like girls fawning over him. I think that was a kid that was supposed to be popular anyways.
Yeah,
And like that was part of the misunderstanding, and I think that's often the case, and it's kind of cool.
That's true, and you know what you've just identified for me is that this is another trope, like Beavis and Butthead trope in this episode, where they mistakenly think that this dumb thing is going to get them laid.
Yeah, or rich. Sometimes it's rich. Usually it's get laid.
Yeah, both of these. Yeah, if you include $1 million reward, it's either rich or, and then being rich is just is a shortcut to scoring. So
and it's sort of, these kind of do fall both sort of into the same trope of them misunderstanding how you get something.
Specifically, the
and then,
scoring
like,
one, I
doing
think,
this
is
because
that was the driver in the.
But this one's more about
Ghost one too.
Getting to that point, whereas the other one was about the like dealing with the fallout. Like they got there right away, but then like most of the episode was about the fallout
of trying to accomplish
being on trial. But this one's more that they spend most of the episode trying to accomplish the thing.
Yeah.
And so
it's always to varying degrees of success, but never scoring or becoming rich.
No. But scoring is often because there's often like there's an example.
Yeah.
And they try to follow it.
So what is the first way that they come up with trying to break his arm is Beavis just using his hands to try to snap it, which is not going to work. So they go out to...
I said break my arm, don't hurt it.
They go out to the street, to a big hill, and the plan is Beavis is just or Butthead's just going to lay there in the road with his arm out.
Yeah.
While Beavis comes all the way down the hill as fast as he can and runs it over with a bike.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's first of all, that isn't the dumbest way to break an arm. I don't know.
Yeah. It would probably work, but the guy on the bike is probably also just going to eat it right over the handlebars.
Yeah. But instead in this, he gets hit by a car on his way down the hill.
And the comedic timing on it is just mwah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Perfect. Like whoever does the animation, I don't know if Mike Judge is going like frame by frame with them, but the timing on so many things is so perfect.
Yeah,
just over and over again this season, and this is that moment in this episode.
Yeah, he really, they really, I'll say, not because Mike Judge is non-binary, but because there's a writing team. It is many people. We keep mentioning the writers, and we haven't learned who they are beyond Mike Judge. But on the next batch of, anyways, we'll get there. Be patient. We're still adding things to this podcast. So they that doesn't work out. He gets hit by a car. His arm's broken, which kind of doesn't go anywhere. Like it's not broken in the next scene.
Yeah, it's very badly like hanging off, broken. Like this is the most Looney Tunes physics continuity of like any episode, because in the next scene, because they're both obsessed with breaking Butthead's arm because he's the leader or whatever. But instead of like, doing something with Beavis having a cast at this point, they go to a hardware store and try to break it again.
Yeah, they use one of those lifts.
Yeah.
That are, they. If you've ever been in a retail store, like I'm sure most people have.
Like the ones with the really high ceilings, like a Costco or one of those
it kind of looks
places.
like a baby gate pattern.
Yeah.
That where it's like these squares that go up and down. And Butthead's first idea is the correct one, to put his arm in the machinery.
Yep.
And lower it, which I think may actually take his arm off more so than break it. But
yeah, he would have to be pretty careful to not just have that thing sever.
Yeah, it would sever his whole arm. But Beavis climbs into it and raises it up.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, and then he can't figure out how to lower himself. So he just starts hitting buttons, and it drives out of the warehouse onto the freeway.
Yeah.
And then a whole exit over gets somehow...
Yeah.
Just
and he's
happenstance.
going against traffic at one point. He has no idea. He's like yelling at the drivers, like, does anyone know how to drive this thing?
Yeah. It's a very funny sequence.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then once he's in the clear, he thinks he's safe. It runs under a power line that knocks, like he gets electrocuted and falls off all the way to the ground. This time ends up in a full body cast. And wakes up in the hospital. Butthead walks in, and he's like, "Oh, Butthead, you finally came." And he's like, "Yeah, I heard you were going to have Jell-O." He's like, "No, I can't have that yet."
Yeah, he's not ready to chew Jell-O yet.
I noticed he's missing a couple of teeth, and this makes me think that this is how old Beavis is missing so many teeth, as all these kind of escapades. But yeah, the kind of ending gag here is that he's like, "Yeah, I could get my whole body signed now." And Butthead's like, "Nah, school's going to be out by the time you're out of here. Those girls will be gone." And he's like, "Did anybody sign my cast?" And Butthead looks on the side, and there's like 8 girls' names on it.
Yeah, all the nurses in the ICU had signed it.
And Butthead just goes, "No, nobody signed it.
Yeah.
You're still a loser." And then he's like, if you don't have any Jell-O, I'm going to be on my way, basically.
Yeah.
And, this one ends with Beavis in a full body cast. And Butthead's arm never got broken.
Yeah.
So, the music video in this is something called Y2K Big Fun Show.
Yeah.
And it's one of these sort of comedic white guy rappers.
Baby No Money?
Baby No Money. Which they make fun of a little bit. He's kind of a mumble rapper, which these two always make fun of. I forget what the gag was the last time, but it was something like, this guy raps like he doesn't like words.
Yeah.
It was something along those lines. And this time it was, this guy raps like he's been taking sleeping pills.
Yeah. And but Beavis is talking about when he like takes too much cold medicine, he talks like that too.
Yeah, he always does. This must be a thing for Mike Judge, because his range on Beavis, he can do more things as Beavis than he can as Butthead. Like more vocal, like he did the auto-tune gag before. Yeah. He does the mumble rapping in this one. It just seems like Beavis is always the one doing impressions that are more not accurate but funnier.
Yeah. And he says that they all sing like that because they're addicted to cough syrup. but he can't remember the word addicted.
Oh yeah.
And Butthead tells him like that the word is cool.
Yeah, the word you're
cool.
looking for is cool.
And he says, "My uncle is cool with crystal meth."
Yeah. It's like,
so
yeah,
there's some
cool
more
can
for
mean
you.
so many things. Yes, he has an
Beavis's
uncle.
Butthead does crystal meth. So there you go.
There's another very funny thing in here because there's puppets in the.
Oh yeah.
There's puppets in the music video, and he's like, I watched that Muppet show one time, and the only other than that really hot pig on there, there's nothing else entertaining about it.
Yeah.
And Butthead's like, oh yeah, that's what they call a pilf.
Yep, they sure do.
Also, I thought it was funny that when Butthead's like, no, he gets mad when they bring puppets out. He's like, I know what's next. They're going to try to teach me to read.
Yeah.
Puppets never shut up about letters.
Yeah. Oh, and that's going back to letters. That's part of him trying to prove that Beavis and Butthead didn't commit graffiti in the other episode was that like Beavis doesn't actually know all of his letters.
Yeah. If the idiot can't spell, you must acquit.
Yeah.
So that's the music video in this one. Some pretty funny stuff. I think this video segment was better than the first short.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this better than the Kill Bill thing.
Yeah. But yeah, the idea that they will score if he has a broken arm that kicks it all off is.
Yeah. Because there's a bunch of we'll as we get to them, we'll talk about them each individually.
Yeah, that's one thing that's been we've been catching on to that I didn't think going into this was how formulaic. There's like 8 to 10 formulas for this show. Yeah, and I think we're gonna learn them all. Over time here.
Yeah, and we're going to get categories. We'll probably, like, at the end, we'll have, like, the top 10 crime and punishment episodes of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, we'll figure,
We're going to have a bunch, like, because when we've run out of episodes, we're going to keep, like, podcasting for as long as we can, so we'll have a bunch of wrap-up episodes of quantifying our opinions on the show.
Well, in the off season, I guess we should talk about this on here because if you're watching along, after the season finale, which is actually in 2 weeks, they skip a week again, and then the season finale. So we'll be back that week. And
we're gonna stick with that schedule for now. We're not gonna do anything else for like an extra video slot until the season's over.
Yeah, we're going to put these out when they put the episodes out. And then sometime after the holidays, I think we may come back around and add a second day. The days that these new reviews drop, we'll replace it with something, but that's going to be probably in January. We'll start that back up after the holidays and
yeah, we might even
all this.
We were talking about just going back to the beginning of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead and just making that a thing. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens. Leave comments. Tell us what you would like to see in if for our second episode a week when there isn't new episodes coming out. Yeah, I don't know if you have an opinion on that.
Yeah, also make sure you're subscribing and whatnot. That really
very
helps.
Important. Idiot Box Cult.
But what do you got for a review on the
this? I'm also on 4 stars. This was 2 solid episodes. Both shorts were good. Neither was like, oh my god, but I think they were both really solid. So I'm gonna go 4 stars on this too.
Yeah, I got 4 on this one too. I really enjoyed the physical stuff.
Yeah,
in
this
one.
was more of a physical comedy thing, and the other one was more of a kind of a almost a weird like deconstruction of what Beavis and Butthead is. But I appreciate that.
The thing I really like in this one is the first gag of him getting hit by a car came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You don't expect it to be just a car coming out of nowhere. You think he's going to hit him and eat pavement. And then when he's in the other thing and you expect him to get hit by a car, it's not a car that takes him out.
No.
And you go, oh, I see what he did there. And then a car comes along and hits him again.
It's great.
So he gets hit by a car unexpectedly twice.
Yeah, I really like the very physical episodes.
Times.
This and like the one where they get the couch, both like really great like physical comedy sequences.
But I think that's it for this week. Like we said, make sure you're subscribing and everything like that. And
yeah.
Thank you.
Drive through.